Yo, DH in the building. DH in the building. This is your weekly outlook and prediction, stocks and crypto. We'll let a few people get in here and then we'll pop off. Weekly outlook and prediction, stocks and crypto. Bitcoin pushing up here, y'all. We're going to let a few more people get in. Let me share this link. All right, we got 30 in the building right now. We got 30 in the building. Bitcoin pushing up. Bitcoin pushing up. Y'all, we're about to go over the weekly outlook and prediction. I'm just sharing the links right now, and then we're going to get it started. Weekly outlook and prediction, ladies and gentlemen. Weekly outlook and prediction, stocks and crypto. You know what it is. We're about to go over AMC, GME, SPY, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. Grab a drink, grab a brew. Grab a drink, grab a brew. Should we watch the how to rug pull video? There's people teaching you how to rug pull. Look at them. They're teaching you how to do it.
In just 10 minutes. By the way, this is for educational purposes only. Do not do this. I'm just showing this so you guys know how to not get rugged. And I repeat, this is illegal and you will go to jail for doing this. Okay, I've created a lot of successful meme coins which have went to multiple $1 million market caps, such as this one and this one right here. I've also been mentioned
Bro's robbing his followers
because of how successful I am in creating meme coins. So the best way to launch a meme coin in my opinion is via pump.fun, because you can literally put in something like $100, just 2 of these right here, and you can theoretically make $1 million. What it essentially all boils down to
theoretically can make $1 million,
y'all.
I
need you to get this through your head. Marketing. Everything.
Why would you want to rob people though? That's the most disgusting thing, dude. You're a scum. You're literally a parasite.
No one will buy your coin.
You're a scammer.
It's as simple as that. You could have the next Bitcoin, and sure, you can have a good idea for a coin, and that could maybe send to 50k, 100k, but it'll die down without any marketing at all. So the marketing that I do when I start up a shitcoin is these: Twitter, Reddit, and Telegram. Those are the best ways you can market when you have only something like $100. When you have way more money, for example, let's say $1,000 or $5,000. With around $5,000, you can get like a project really running off the ground. But if this is your first time creating a coin, do it with max 100 to 300, so you can kind of get your feet into the game, so you kind of know what you have to do. Because the first coin you create, you'll be panicking. I know when I created my first coin, as you can see, you can turn on animations and you go on sort by creation time, and you can see there's a ton of coins being launched. There's like
he's showing you how to make meme coins. There was this one guy though, man, it was like showing you literally how to rug pull. It's so stupid. It's so ignorant. Look at him. Pure degenerates, bro.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Trey Trades.
Oh my god, they got gats and all types. This is just ridiculous, bro. This is just ridiculous. I'm done. You guys see this? What up, 5150? Man, your membership right now. We gotta get 5150 a membership. We gotta get 5150 a membership. His membership ran out. His 5150's membership ran out. We gotta hook him up. $51.50. What should be the like goal? And maybe we could do a gifted giveaway and hook you up and see if maybe it's you. You're the winner. Maybe. Guys, we got a lot going on today. We got a lot going on this week. Shit's gonna get pretty wild. I don't know if you guys know this. What up, Scotty? Snatch. What up, David? What up? 5150, Nana 8, Kai Supreme, DH. We got 46 in the building right now. 46 in the building. This is your weekly outlook and prediction stocks and crypto. Weekly outlook and prediction stocks in crypto, baby. Also, weekend and chill. I'm trying to. There was a Should we watch the Trey Trades video? Should we watch the Trey Trades video, y'all? How long is it? Should we watch the video? What do you guys think?
Talk about the story of what happened that led me to leave you.
Plus Trey Trades video. Should I type that?
Try hard, go hard.
All right, we're going to watch it real quick. We're just going to watch it real quick. It's only 26. It's only 26 minutes. We're going to watch it real quick. It's going to be all right. And then we'll go over. I'm going to be live for a minute. Don't worry.
YouTube.
Let me set this up. I'm going to be live for a minute. Don't worry. I'm going to be live for like 2 hours. All right, so this is Trey Trades, how I lost $2 million and left YouTube. DataZero reaction live, baby. Never seen this before.
I'm coming back to YouTube.
He's coming back. He
Hope you
needs
guys
that
are doing
money.
well. Huh?
He needs that money. He's coming back. He needs that money. Make sure you guys grab a brew right now. Grab a brew right now. I'm grabbing a brew. I'm grabbing a brew. Everybody grab a brew with me right now. Everybody grab a brew right now. It's going down. All right, I got a nice glass of tea here. This is not alcohol. This is tea. Okay, and we're gonna enjoy this together, ladies and gentlemen. This is Trey Trades. How I lost $2 million. He's coming back to YouTube apparently. Let's see what's happening with Sir Trades, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what happens with Sir Trades. Maybe him coming back means it's gonna squeeze. Who knows?
There's a lot to talk about. I'm coming back to YouTube, but first and foremost, I think you guys deserve an explanation about a lot of things, because as things sit right now, I would assume that the majority of people think
Probably should have did this a couple years ago, but okay, continue.
that I made a bag of money and I just ran for the hills, which is a fair
That is what you did, but we'll let's let him talk.
thing to think. You know, if you were to look back on the way that things had ended, I would assume people thought I was paid to shut up about AMC, and there was a good amount of money, enough for me to just run for it and skedaddle. But that's really not what happened. And I want to explain the full scope of things. So I'm going to talk about a lot of things today. I'm going to talk about why I left YouTube. I'm going to talk about the story of what happened that led me to leave YouTube. I'm going to talk about the story of the years to come after YouTube. I'm going to talk about my plans coming back to YouTube, and one other thing. We'll get into that as things progress. So in order to really explain why I left YouTube and what had happened, I first have to go back in time a little bit so you guys can understand my psychology and my faults as a person. First
What
and
does that
foremost,
sound?
before I got onto YouTube, I had
There's like
financial
some sound
problems.
in the video.
A lot of them were self-induced, to be quite frank with you. When my dad passed away, I was
Of course they were self-induced. That's financial problems normally are.
about 18 years old, and then my stepdad. And when he passed, the night that it happened, I was playing blackjack at the casino. And I got a call at like 3 or 4 in the morning from my little sister saying, hey, Dad's dead. And that sucked. And I'm not saying that to make it feel bad for me. Everybody dies. It is what it is. People lose parents, whatever. I'm saying that because I think psychologically that did something to me. It created gambling as a vice to escape my emotions and pain and anxieties and things that I should deal with but don't want to deal with. You know, it was just a negative vice for me, you know. So fast forward. Some years past.
Does anyone else hear this weird sound in the background of this video? It's like, does anyone else hear that?
And
By the way, make sure you grab a brew. Make sure this is not a brew. This is tea. But make sure you grab a brew. Enjoy the day with me. DZ and chill, baby.
I ended up getting onto YouTube for
KZ
stocks
said
and investing.
no.
Before I got into stocks and investing, I was a runner. I ran for about 13 years. I couldn't do it anymore. I've got a heart problem. I can talk about that a lot, but that's not important. I got into stocks in about October of 2020, and this was back when things were really hot. I mean, back then you could throw a dart at 100 stocks, small and mid cap companies, and whatever you hit, if you put $100 into it, you're probably going to 2, 3, 4, 5x your money.
I remember that time. 2020 was sweet. Woo!
Money in some given period of time. So I made a lot of money right when I started. And I thought, damn, if I'm this good at stocks, I should make videos documenting it so maybe people can watch my stuff and make money too. So I did. I started.
Okay, so he's admitting that he started around that time, and he's not that experienced and doesn't know what he's talking about. Kind of. That's kind of what he said to me anyways. I started in 2016.
YouTube channel in December of 2020, and right when I started, I was pretty successful. Things went really well. I made a good chunk of money, and
Like he said, though, everyone was successful in 2020 because it was a massive bull run. It was crazy. Everybody was getting bread. It was so easy.
eventually ran into AMC at like $2 or $3. And when I found out at $2 or $3, I made a video saying I think it's going to go
Andrew.
up, and it did. And my video went viral. And overnight, just like that, I had 100,000 subscribers, and my videos were getting a shit ton of views and making me a shit ton of money. And this was probably the worst thing that could have possibly happened for me at the time, just based on my past experiences. Now, I'd mentioned that I was not good with money and that I gambled a lot. But I want you to understand that I got myself into a decent amount of debt before I got on YouTube. Some of it
before I'm gonna stop pausing it as much, but before I watched the video when we talked about this, guys, and everyone was talking about it on stream, that he was coming back, I told you guys he was bad with money, yo. I told you he was bad with money because you cannot take 2 M's, bro, and mess it up, unless you're just horrible with money. And once you get 2 M's, you're in the clear. If you know what to do with that, you can literally take 1 M and spend it. Literally spend the 1 M and just take the other one and do it. Like, if you know what you need to do, you could take that. You'd be set with life.
You know, unfortunate circumstance. I've got an autoimmune condition that causes inflammatory problems for me, and for me, I've experienced it a lot in my eyes. So, you know, I accumulated some debt and some bills from, you know, the steroid drops that I have to take for my eyes. But the majority of it was just I was making, you know, $3,500, $4,000 a month. If I was full time at Buffalo Wild Wings, which most of the time I wasn't, but you know, if I was working part time, just weekends, you know, I wanted $1,000 or $2,000 a month. And I was taking that money and being wildly irresponsible with it. 80-90% of it, I was just gambling, and the rest I would leave for myself to pay bills and to survive. So I accrued a lot of debt, credit card debt, whatever. And then I got on YouTube, and I thought that I had resolved those things. And the reason I thought I had is because I saw such immediate success, and I didn't really experience failure or loss. So I just thought I was a god, to be honest, which sounds stupid as shit, you know, now. And listening to this, you're going to be like, yeah, of course, you dummy. Why would you think you're going to win every single time you trade? But at the time, I really was. I really wasn't experiencing loss whatsoever. But I blew up overnight. And then from December of 2020 to June of 2021, my channel grew like crazy. And I made about $1.5 million. And this is an absurd amount of money. It really is like hitting the lottery. I basically hit a scratch ticket that paid me $1.5 million. And that's amazing. You know, that's an insane thing that doesn't happen to a lot of people. That's a 1 in a million type thing. You know, I was in the right place at the right time. I put my money where my mouth was, and things ended up working out. But the problem is what followed afterwards. And this is why I ended up leaving YouTube is I made $1 million on AMC call options in June of 2021. I remember June 2nd, I took a screenshot of my brokerage account, over $1 million. And what stinks, man, is I took some of that money and I set it aside, but I took a very large chunk of that money and I bought AMC stock in the high 50s, low 60s, whatever the price was. I can't remember exactly. And I very quickly watched that money evaporate. And let me tell you, when you come from a place where you don't have a lot, I grew up in small town Bowles, Minnesota, population of 210 people. I've never seen more than maybe at most, and I'm probably being very liberal here, $10,000 in my bank account at one given time. To go from that to, you know, being a millionaire in a 6-month period of time is insane, you know. And when that happened and I put all that money into the stock, I watched it bleed very quickly. I was losing $50,000, $100,000, $150,000, $200,000 as the stock continued to drop and drop and drop and drop and drop. And psychologically, that flipped a switch in my brain. And the switch that it flipped was, quite frankly, like a gambling itch. And I began trading on tilt. And the reason why I left YouTube is because I was being a degenerate and I was being a loser and losing all my money. And I want to explain to you how I lost all my money so you can really understand things. In the whole time that I was on YouTube, I made over $2 million. And I have none of that money anymore. To be frank with you, I work as a server as things are, and I'll get into that more later. But I made over $2 million, and I lost all of that money just trading on tilt, playing blackjack at casinos. And a small percentage of it was like travel and drinking and smoking nicotine. I know at the time I was going through like a 4-pack of the 5% menthol Views pods every 2 days. Some of it went on to weed. Maybe $100,000 in total I gave to things I believed in. Like I know I tipped waitresses like $10,000 for a video once, and I donated to some organizations I believed in. And when followers would reach out, I'd give them some money, and friends and family I've given some money to. But the overwhelming majority of money that I lost because I was trading on tilt and I was reacting emotionally to the markets. And that stinks, man. That's a really shitty thing. And that happened from June of 2021 until I walked away September of 2022. And that was a really unideal year and a half, year and a quarter. And I didn't really share that with people. for good reason. I probably, I could
There's
have.
like this weird sound in the background. I don't know. There's like this music too. It's like this holy music. I kind of feel like he's trying to make you feel sorry for him. He says things, a lot of things, like he's adding a lot of extra context that would only benefit, like, to make you feel sorry for him. That really doesn't need to be in there, but then he kind of like brushes it off. He'd be like, "Oh, I have this health issue, but that's not a problem." And but that's neither here or there. I'm just pointing that out.
Back in the time, but it's a very embarrassing and humbling.
Yo, Lion, Andrew, B. Brown. What up, B. Brown? This is a very, very good tea. Just trust me, brother. Just trust me. We are on YouTube. Joshua, is that what that sound is in the background? That what sound? Is that what it is, Joshua? Joshua and Mike Hyde, what up? Glad to see you here, brother. Glad to see everyone here. Make sure you guys drop rockets in the chat. Drop something in the chat. Hit the like button. Glad to see you here. This is DZ's Trey Trade Reactions plus weekly outlook and prediction and chill.
Thing to happen to you, and I, not even the people closest to me in my life knew that was happening because I was so embarrassed of the way that I was acting and conducting myself and handling my money. Because how can you explain to your friends and family and your followers or anybody that you made $2 million and now you're broke, that you're living paycheck to paycheck? When I was on YouTube, I was making on average like $30,000 to $40,000 a month, and I was living paycheck to paycheck because 90% of whatever I made went into the stock market, and the rest was used to pay bills and to survive. Which is.
You were making $30,000 to $40,000 a month. You're making somebody's yearly salary in a month. Oh my God. You were doing more than gambling, bro. You were on either drugs or you were gambling hardcore. Bro, you were doing something else. You blew through an insane amount of money that there's no excuse that you should be broke right now. And anybody listening to this guy for financial advice or stock advice, if he's coming back and that's what he's going to talk about, think about what you're doing. Okay? This guy's telling you he lost $2 million. He made all of this money in this crazy bull market, and he's telling you lost $2 million, and you want to follow him for stock advice and financial advice?
Absolutely 100,000% the wrong way to handle your money. And I knew it at the time, and I did it anyway. Which stinks, man, because I don't think of myself as a low IQ individual. I certainly have a good head on my shoulders, and I knew the things that I was supposed to do, but I couldn't bring myself to do them, if that makes sense. And that's a discipline thing. That's an impulsivity thing. That's an emotionality thing, And to make things worse, I didn't just lose my money, I handle my finances like an absolute dipshit. I didn't save money for taxes.
You don't say.
I owe the IRS and the North Carolina Department of Revenue just shy of $1 million. I didn't pay off my mortgage, so I still have, nearly $200,000 left on the mortgage. It's like $170K or $165, something like that. I didn't pay off my Tesla. I don't drive that anymore, obviously. I forewent that to the bank or whatever the correct word is for that. And I also borrowed money from friends and family in the tune of about $400,000.
You guys should hear sound. And why'd Mike Hyde say no sound? There's 100% sound, right? 71 in the building right now. 71 in the building. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here right now. Doc Airline, what up, bro? Doc Airline, long time no see, brother. Glad to see you here.
To make it clear, I'm making payments to those
I be seeing you in those, yeah, they repo this shit. I be seeing you in those wizard streams.
When I'm making it right, I'm on some really long-term payment plans.
Grab a brew, everybody. Grab a brew. Grab a brew.
But I was just a fucking loser. And I was being a degenerate. And I was making really bad decisions financially. And I had to get myself out of my own way. There came a moment when I realized before I walked away from YouTube that I had to put the shovel down. Like I was holding a very big shovel and all I was doing was digging myself deeper and deeper and deeper into the ground. It felt like I was digging my own grave, And in order to get out of that hole, I first had to put the shovel down so I could sit there.
Benjamin!
Dug myself, you know. And that's what I did.
Fuck yeah!
The other piece of why I ended up walking away was a psychological thing. It had nothing to do.
Benjamin, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Benjamin. Thank you so much, Benjamin. Views are mad down, and I appreciate you right now. Views are down bad, brother. So I appreciate the membership. Shifty Bites with the 5 gifted! Shifty Bites with the 5 gifted as well. Thank you so much. Guys, thank you so much. It puts us at 6 brand new members, ladies and gentlemen. We have to document this beautifulness right now. Thank you so much. Hold on. Tell me my boy got it, though. Tell me my boy 5150 got one of those. Tell me 5150 got one of those, please. 5150, I'm rooting for you, brother. 5150, I'm rooting for you, brother. Yo, for real, Benjamin and Shifty, thank you, though, because, like, the views is mad down for some reason. Like, I'm down mad crazy for this month. Yo, Benjamin, shout out Benjamin, and shout out Shifty Bites. Make sure you guys grab yourself a brewski. I can't grab a brewski because I'm on YouTube. I'm having myself a nice tea right now, but grab your favorite drink, whatever that may be, and enjoy this video with me, and then we'll go over the weekly outlook and prediction together. Benjamin with 1 gifted. That was gifted to Spree TV or Sparley TV, and then Shifty came in with 5 gifted. Smoke, Lee King, Lamb, R, and Nonstop. All were just gifted a free membership for a month. If you're listening right now and you just got gifted, please thank Shifty and Benjamin.
Do with money. It had to do how I thought of and viewed myself. Rightfully so. I thought of myself very lowly. But I would look in the mirror every single day. I would say, you are a piece of shit. You had it all, and you blew it.
What is going on? X-Technic! 5 gifted!
I didn't think of myself
Shifty
very highly.
Bite!
What I
5
cared about
gifted!
more at the time
Shifty
was
Bite!
being
5
thought of
gifted!
highly
Benjamin,
by the
5
people in my
gifted!
life.
Benjamin,
Being
5
liked. I'm a people
gifted!
pleaser at heart, and if you watch my stuff for any period of time, you know that. You know that opinions of others would cut me deeply, that I wear my heart on my sleeve, that I'm a very emotional person. And still today, I'm an emotional.
What is happening? What is happening, guys? We're just going crazy. Benjamin just came in with another gifted. I repeat, Benjamin just came in with another gifted, ladies and gentlemen. X-Technique with a fucking 5 gifted right now. X-Technique came in with 5 gifted, and Shifty Bite came in with another. We got Packway, we got Jeremy, we got Karen, we got Normal Glass, we got Jen, we got August, Lewis, Loaded, William, Tayo. Yo, if you just heard your name, you just got gifted. We got even more. Top Water Crazy. Everybody just got gifted. If you got gifted, please thank Shifty Bite. Please thank Tech X. Please thank X Technique, Shifty Bites, or Benjamin, man. Absolute legends. That's going to actually put us at an insane 17 brand new members. And then we have a freaking data dollar from the man, the lift, the legend himself. What the all right, this is it. This is it. The hype train has gone too far. The hype train has gone too far. The hype train has gone too far. Look at this madness. 5150 with the 10 piece. Dude, GME is going to be crazy next week, I'm hoping. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about GME right after this video, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to start talking about GME right after this. Bando's new picture is crazy. Sorry, Bando, I didn't mean to say that. Your new picture is just, I'm just going to say it's lovely. I'm going to leave it at that. Let's move on. 5150. Dude, thank you, Benjamin. Let's get this video. Trey Trades. Let's wrap this up, and then we only got like 17 more minutes left, and then we're going to move into. Dude, thank you guys so much. 5150. Benjamin's been holding it down for almost like 2 years too. Bitcoin's pumping a little bit, yes. Dude, thank you so much, bro. All of this is so much love, man. I appreciate it. Make sure you guys get that hype in the chat, too, as well.
Person, but I certainly carry myself and conduct myself
Get the hype in
differently.
the chat as well.
But
50,
what I
50,
craved more than
50
anything in
likes.
life at the time, and I would never admit it
71
back
in the
then to
building right
myself,
now,
but I
too.
can now, was just to be liked by others, which is, to me, the wrong way to live life. That's a very unsatisfying life. And you can't control that a whole lot. You know, you can't control what other people think of you. All you can control is what you think of yourself and the way that you carry yourself and move and walk and talk and act and breathe, you know?
Hype train is
But I did.
going
At
right
the time,
now.
I just wanted people to like me. I wanted to be popular. I wanted to feel like I was making a difference in the lives of others. And I still want to make a difference in the lives of others today. But you can't do that if you can't help yourself, you know? And I was not helping.
Let me know if I'm making a difference in your guys' lives, please. Be honest. I want to make a difference in your guys' lives. I want to make your guys' lives better for being here and watching this channel. I want your guys' lives to improve. Let me know if I helped you improve in any way, shape, or form. Please, let me know, because that means I'm doing my job.
Myself at all. I was just hurting myself. I put myself into a shit-ass situation. And I'm still in it today. I pay the North Carolina Department of Revenue like $1,200 or $1,300 a month. The IRS garnishes wages. My mortgage is like $1,300 a month. My Honda Civic that I drive is like $900 a month on a 3-year loan with just a retarded shit interest rate. It's like 15 or 16%. I pay a couple grand a month to friends and family that I owe. I've got food. I've got my utilities. I mean, you get the picture. You know, I put myself into a bad spot. And I don't say this to make you feel bad for me, because it is 100% my own fault. We are the man of our own ship. And I drove my ship straight into an iceberg, and it sank, and I was about to drown. And the only way to keep yourself from drowning is to swim to shore. So I slowly did. But before I get into, you know, what happened after I left YouTube and, you know, the story of all that, I first want to conclude losing my money and why I walked away. I lost all of my money that I made from YouTube, and I walked away because I had to get out of my own way. And I understand that I left a lot of you high and dry. And the criticism that I received is
someone
deserved
said
for
Trey
that.
Trades
And I
admitting
understand.
took a bribe?
I don't expect people to support me. I don't expect you to like me. I don't expect anything, you know? All that I care about these days is being able to look in the mirror and say that I am happy with the way that I'm
Daily
moving, walking,
dose of
talking,
DZ,
acting,
baby.
despite the result. I want to be proud of the process.
Daily dose of DZ.
And I think to be proud of the process, if I'm going to come back to YouTube, you guys have to understand the truth.
DZ fam too. We all are friends. Like, we all just hang out. Like, I love when the chat first started. Like, if you go to the beginning of the chat, everybody's just talking to each other. Like, look, so DH came into the chat. I'll show you guys real quick, since you can see now, since it's HD. Just look real quick. So, like, as soon as people came in the chat, we're all just hanging out. We're all just chilling. DH came in, and then Nana Ape came in, and, like, DH and Nana Ape start talking. And it's just, like, fun, man. It's just fun. I keep forgetting Nana Ape in Florida. We're gonna do the meet and greet. So anybody in Florida is going to be at an advantage. And we have a lot of DZ fam in Florida. So hopefully, maybe if you come out of state, I appreciate it. I obviously understand if you don't, because that's a big ask. But if you don't come from out of state, if you come from out of state, I truly appreciate it, because I know that's going to be a huge deal. But if you live in the state, you can come DZ meet and greet. It's going to be in Tampa. You know what it is.
About who I am and that part of my life, that segment of my life. And that segment of my life, I was a fucking loser. I had all the knowledge, all the money, all the ability to put myself and others into a better place, and I didn't do it. And it's my own fault. And I want to take accountability for that. So, with that being said, now that that's out of the way, when I walked away from YouTube, the first year afterwards, I spent the majority of my time just looking out the window. I wanted to die. I was definitely suicidal. Things sucked. All I could think about was you had it all and you blew it.
We're a
all these people
tight-knit
hate
community
you,
for sure.
And there's absolutely no way you can get out of this situation. You don't have any reason to be alive anymore. It was a very tough year. That was the hardest year of my life. by a very, very long margin. And it was the hardest year of my life because it was the first time that I had ever really been humbled. I know this probably sounds crazy, but I really did think of myself as invincible from like birth until 2021 when that happened to me. I just never really been humbled before. I don't say this to be cocky. I say it because it's just the truth of how my life has rolled out so far. I never really had a super major failure at any point in my life that set me back a very long ways. I worked hard to get the things that I had. You know, I was a good runner. I did well in school. I worked hard at my jobs. I worked hard in the music that I would make. But I only ever really saw half of the equation of like, if I work hard, I get what I want. And YouTube like certainly gratified that for me. Like when I started YouTube, I made 3, 4, 5, 6 videos a day, and within a month I had 100,000 subscribers. So I was like, oh, if I work hard, I get what I want. But that's not always how it goes. You know, sometimes you can work hard and things don't go your way. And for me, things didn't go my way in front of hundreds of thousands of people, and that certainly added to it. You know, I felt very embarrassed of not only failing as I had, but failing in front of the world. That's a tough experience, you know. And I faced that for about a year, but it eventually came a point where I thought I just need to do something to make myself feel better. So I picked up the gym. And I didn't go a lot. I went maybe 3 or 4 days a week at first, but that got me motivated enough to get a job. So I ended up getting a job at Buffalo Wild Wings. And let me say that I didn't just like go from not working to work and like things were normal. I had some very bad anxiety and a very hard time in social situations. I was very socially awkward. I would always look down at the ground. I couldn't look people in the eye. I couldn't hold conversations. My brain was just like fried all the time, you know, thinking about the worst possible things that could happen in any type of situation. But what I did to cope with that is I fabricated my life to the people that I worked with, because at the time I hadn't foregone my Tesla to the bank yet, and I was driving that to work, and people would see me pull up in it, they'd be like, why are you working, dude? So what I would tell them is, I just have this job so I can socialize. I'm a social creature, and not talking to people is hard for me, you know? But I worked there for about 6 months here in town, and I eventually realized this just doesn't, like, I just don't feel good. I have a bad feeling in my stomach, in my gut. I just am not happy.
What up, John?
With myself
Brian Lyon,
and
GCA.
the way that I'm conducting myself, and I wanted a fresh start. I wanted to be honest with people moving forward, and I am so glad that I made that decision, because it is freeing. People can't hold things over your head if you've already held them over your own head. If you are accountable for your actions and for your mistakes and the things that you've done wrong, it is not going to hurt you when people point them out to you.
Mike Hyde with the gifted membership. Willie F, bro. Willie F is an OG member. Willie F, I hope you're listening right now. I hope you see this. Willie F, I hope you see this at one point. Willie F, you were just gifted a membership. I'm going to announce on the video that a ton of people gave memberships right now. In fact, let me do a little live stream or a little short video to let people know I'm live and let a lot of people know they just got gifted. Ladies and gentlemen, just a real quick video. I am live right now. Go over and trade. Ladies and gentlemen, I am live right now. We're watching Trey Trades video, and I'm going to be doing the weekly outlook prediction. GameStop is about to go crazy in my personal opinion. I'm going to break it all down. We got 18 new members and counting right now on this live stream, so a lot of people got gifted. So make sure you check if you got a membership. And tune into the live stream. We're chilling, having fun, relaxing. It's a great live stream. Tune in if you can. Peace. Thank you, Mike Hyde.
You know, I think that criticism only really hurts if you haven't
You
accepted.
guys are real ones right now. Real ones right now. 18 new
so
members.
I decided to do that, and I quit that job, and I got a fresh start. My first job after that was as a personal trainer at a gym here in town. I was making $18 for every hour that I was training clients, which is fine. It's okay money, but for the bills that I had, it wasn't spectacular. But from that day on is really when I started to grow as a person, because I owned up to my actions to the people around me. And it wasn't easy. You know, I certainly, for that whole 6 months I was there, I was still very socially awkward. I still couldn't hold conversations. I couldn't look people in the eye. I had anxiety all the time. But it was the start of my healing process. Eventually, I realized that's not going to be enough money for me to do what I need to do. So I quit that job and I got a different serving job. And that is where I have been at now for the last year and a quarter or so. And the same thing goes there. You know, every single person that works with me at that place knows that I have debt of $1 million. They know that I was once rich and that I blew it all. They know that I have a YouTube channel that's got over 300,000 subscribers and a Twitter with over 200K.
I'm sorry, y'all.
They just know that I was a dingus and I was a degenerate and that I was a loser. And that I got myself where I am today because of my own choices and my own actions, you know. So over that year and a quarter, I slowly noticed myself starting to improve and grow and change. I can now look people in the eye again. I can hold good conversations. I actually have a good small circle of friends in real life, not just internet friends, you know, which is sick because that's the first time I've really had that since college. You know, I had my assistant back when I did YouTube. He was a good friend of mine and still is today. But not a lot of people in my life were just like around that I hung out with and did stuff that supported me IRL, so to speak. So that's been really nice for sure. But that was a very slow and arduous, if that's even a word, process that required me being humbled.
It is a word.
And I wanted to explain all of this because what YouTube taught me, you know, that lesson, the lesson in all of this is two big things for me. Number one is that I'd never been humbled like that in my entire life. I really did think of myself as invincible, as a god, so to speak.
Bro, it's
Maybe
wild.
it sounds crazy to you, but when you go from being a nobody to a somebody.
Bro thought he was a god.
It fundamentally changes your psychology, and I thought of myself as pretty invincible. You know, I didn't really think that I could do wrong, so to speak, but I could, and I did, and I fucked my life up pretty rough, man. But the second lesson that I learned over the last couple of years, is I'm trying to think of how to say it. I learned how to be happy with myself. I learned that what matters most is being able to look yourself in the mirror at the end of every single day and say, no matter the outcome, I know that I did the right thing and I did what I could do. And there's real value in that. And I don't think I've been able to say that for most of my life. For most of my life, I've been motivated by being viewed in a positive light by others. You know, all of my successes from high school and college and YouTube was motivated by pleasing other people, by being viewed in a positive light by other people. I never wanted to do it for myself, you know. And now all I want for myself is to look myself in the eye and say, you're doing good things, to have a family someday, to have kids, to be a provider, to be a rock, to be a supporter
for Eric,
for those future people, and for my family that's presently here today. And in order to do that, I've got a lot of work to do, man. But I had to first accept and learn that lesson. I obviously don't gamble anymore either. I haven't been to a casino in years. That would obviously be a silly thing to do. And I have to take a much drastically different approach to the market. You know, I'm not I think Madness is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. So I'm certainly going to be approaching the market and have been approaching the market in a much different.
Bro better come check out my channel to get them top notch. Yo, Trey, if you see this, because I tagged you, Trey. If you see this, come check out your boy. I'm telling you. Yo, let him know I got the technicals. Yo, hit me up on my email, brother. It's DataZeroOfficial5. It's linked in the description of all my videos. Hit me up on my email, bro. We can do some work, bro. I'm going to teach you the technicals, brother. And we could do some work. We can make some moves together. We can make some content together. We could do some lives together. You know what I mean? We can make moves, bro. Hit me up. I'm plugged in, too.
Way, a much slower way, a much safer way, a much less risky way. But I guess that sort of brings me up to present day, which is I'm in a lot of debt. And I have a lot of work to do to get myself into a better situation.
Hey, I could teach you how to flip too, bro. You better subscribe.
In order to do that, I think I need to come back to YouTube. But before I get into that, I first need to say one thing, because if I'm going to talk about, you know, being open and transparent and honest with everybody and taking accountability for the mistakes I made in my life, there's one that you guys need to know, which is that I was paid to talk about a stock and did not disclose that I was paid to talk about it. It happened one time, singular time. It happened never again.
Yo, he just admitted. Time out. We got to make a short about this, my boy. We got to make a short about this. Time out. Okay, I'm live right now, and it seems like Trey Trades just admit he took money. Potentially, he doesn't say what stock. Hold on. We need to figure out if he says what stock it is. If he doesn't say what stock it is, it was AMC.
After that, but that stock was ticker ZKIN.
Okay, never mind.
Talk about AMC in a positive light or a negative light. I've never been paid to talk about any other stock in a positive light or a negative light.
Bro, if he did that once, he would do it again. If he did that once, he would do it again. And you guys are... Dude, if anybody follows this guy, I'm sorry, they're dumb. He literally just said he got paid to talk about a stock. And he just admitted he committed a crime. That's a crime. You are dumb, dude. This guy's dumb. He said Yo, Trey, I'm not even trying to be mean, bro, but you're dumb, dude. You just said you consider yourself a high IQ individual. You just self-snitched. That's a crime, brother. You have to say if you were paid to promote a stock. You just admitted you committed a crime. What the is happening? Yo, bro just admitted he committed a crime. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I don't mean to come at your neck, bro, if you do see this. But Trey, you literally just self-snitched on yourself, brother. We have to make a short video about this right now. We have to right now. We have to right now. I'm sorry. I have to change the settings for just 1 second. You guys are going to not hear. Hold on. Just let me make the short video real quick. I'm going to let him talk. I'm going to let him finish. But just let me do the short video real quick, brother. Come on. Come on, man. At least he's being honest. That is true. A valid point. Valid point. But, bro, he's telling you he moved shifty. He's literally admitting, saying, hey, I move shady. Just give me 1 second. Let me make this short video, brother. I'm a content creator. Let me take advantage. Come on, man. You can't hate me for that. You guys won't be able to hear for 1 second.
Couple of years. The second lesson I learned over the last couple of years is...
All right, yo, so we're watching the Trey Trades video live right now. Make sure you check out that live stream if you missed it. But dude literally just admitted and snitched on himself, self-snitching, that he committed a crime. Check it.
I'm trying to think of how to say it. No matter all my positive light by other be a rock to learn. But that stock was ticker ZK. I'm taking accountability for the mistakes I made in my life. There's one that you guys need to know.
Okay, so he's about to tell you. So he's about to tell you, I made mistakes in my life, and there's things you need to know. Watch this.
Which is that I was paid to talk about a stock and did not disclose that I was paid to talk about it.
That's literally a crime. Literally a crime.
It happened one time, singular time. It happened never again after that. But that stock was ticker ZKIN. I was never paid to talk about AMC in a positive light or a negative light. I've never been paid to talk about any other stock in a positive.
So he literally is admitting he did it once. He'll probably do it again. I'm just saying, everybody, let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. But promoting a stock without disclosing that you're been paid to promote that stock is literally a crime. Bro just self-snitched on himself. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. He is coming back to YouTube. Will you follow this guy for financial advice? Let me know. Okay, see how easy that was? Now that's done. Now we can go back. I'm sorry. I got to use my time wisely.
Light or a negative
and
light,
I'm here right now, so I can
talk about that stock and did not disclose it.
Get it out the way.
If you're on Twitter and you follow me, I've already talked about this and admitted to it. But the Plain Bagel was conducting an investigation on that company, and he reached out to me and said, "Were you paid to talk about this stock?" and did not disclose to talk about it. And I admitted to him that I had. And that screenshot's floating around on the internet, and some people have insinuated things about that, but that is just the honest to God truth. And that was obviously the wrong thing to do. My rationale at the time was I wasn't very well off. I hadn't really hit it big on YouTube yet. I got reached out to by some Korean or Asian lady on Instagram saying, hey, I'm a representative of ZKIN. We want to pay you a couple $1,000s. I think it was like $3 or $4K to talk about the company. And at the time, crypto mining was doing very well. Mara, Riot, Zkin were all hitting it pretty big. So I thought, well, I'm already thinking about taking a trade in this, and they want to offer me some money, so why not? But I should have disclosed that I was paid to talk about it. I didn't disclose it because what I cared about the most at the time was being viewed in a positive light by my audience. That doesn't make it right. It's certainly not the right thing to do. That was the wrong thing to do. But that is the rationale and the reason as to why I did it. I would have been rightfully bashed for it. I would have deserved that, and I should have been bashed for it. And I was caught actually when I
lost any respect
got paid
for
to
Trey.
talk about that stock and didn't disclose it because Tom Nash was offered the same thing, and he publicly shared that email with his audience, and I had a video up still talking about it, and I got roasted. And I just made up some bullshit excuses, coincidence, and blah 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 about the company. But the truth is, it wasn't coincidence. It did happen. I was paid to talk about that stock and did not disclose that I was paid to talk about it. And that was the wrong thing to do. I learned from it. It was the only time it ever happened. I haven't been that man for a long time, but that version of me has existed. And I want to also say that I'm not trying to convince you to trust me. I'm not trying to convince you to like me. I don't expect the full support of every single person that knows this about me. I just want to take accountability for my actions because that's the right thing to do. So I'll leave it at that. The last thing that I want to talk about, I'm coming back to YouTube, and I have two main goals. The first and most important to me is getting out of debt. I put myself into a rough spot with all my decision making over the last couple of years, and in order to get out of it, I need a bigger shovel. Now, I don't plan on just coming back to YouTube and making bullshit. You know, I'd like to provide value for you guys, which brings me into point number two. Point number two is I want to share my story because I don't think I'm the only person who's probably in these shoes. Like I said earlier in this video, I think I said it, 70% of people that win the lottery end up losing all the money. And I imagine that there are a lot of people out there who metaphorically won the lottery and lost all the money. And if you felt, or I still feel the way that I felt, I don't want anybody to have to experience that. And I want to share my story and journey getting out of debt and fixing my life. Because there's really two ways that I can look at my life moving forward, and that you can look at your life moving forward if you're in a similar shoe, is either, you know, this path, which is my life is fucked and I'm just going to live in misery, or path two, which is my life sucks. I got myself here. I need to accept that that was a version of me, learn from it, and try to move forward and grow and fix shit. And you might never fix shit, you know, but isn't it better to think, I think Matthew McConaughey says this, it's better to like believe that everything's going to be all right than to think that everything isn't, you know, even if things aren't all right. I'd rather believe in myself enough to think that it's possible to fix shit, you know, so I'm going to try. And that's where I'm at. And I want to share that journey with you. I'm not a guru. I'm not a genius. This is going to be a learning process for me. But I want to do things a much different way. I want to take a real approach to finance, more so than trading. I want to talk about my journey in finance, managing my finances, getting out of debt, saving money, buying stocks long term, wheeling the stock that I own, selling calls and puts against it, trading occasionally, you know, taking trades, but certainly in a much less risk-adverse way and with a much smarter approach. Not putting money to the market that I can't afford to lose, you know, paying my taxes, paying my mortgage off. I want to share it all with you. So that's where I'm at. I plan on eventually getting back into live streaming. I plan on making videos regularly again. I plan on sharing my journey. And if you want to be a part of that, I would be honored to have you. And if not,
is Trey Trades going to take all my views? Are you guys going to abandon me for Trey Trades, guys? Am I going to be done when Trey Trades ramps back up? Is it over for DataZero?
I understand.
Let me know in the comments
good reason
below.
To support my comeback, I think, but there's also good reason not to. I made some poor choices, and there's consequences to that, and I accept that. It is what it is. I guess my last piece that I'm going to say, and then I'm going to get out of here, is Colin Gladman is a mentor to me. And one thing that he really sort of has ingrained in my brain and many others that follow him is to build a house, you got to stack a couple bricks at a time. It doesn't happen overnight. I want to make a very small, slow approach to building this house. And in order to do that, you just got to lay a brick, lay a brick at a time. And that's my plan. And you can do that too if you're in a similar situation. So I guess that's what I got. I got to get my PC fixed.
Thank you, Robert. I appreciate you.
But once that's fixed, I'm going to be back. And I'll be seeing y'all.
I'm kidding. I was being sarcastic, guys.
Take it easy.
No one's going to watch DataZero, someone said. Oh, no. It's over for DataZero once Trey comes back, huh? Yeah, we'll see. Yo, Bitcoin pushing up nicely here. That was the video Trey Trades. That was my reaction to Trey Trades. Overall, man, I think he's obviously trying to come back to YouTube to make some money. And I figured I was going to say that before the end. I don't think he's going to do stock content. I think he's going to talk more about his story. But, bro, how can you you literally saying you had a bunch of money and messed it up. Like, why would anybody follow that? Thank you, Ruben. Thank you, Ruben, brother. Ruben with the 2-piece, bro. Thank you. Let me turn the music back on. Ruben, thank you for the 2-piece, man. This stream's been crazy. Weekend stream's been crazy. Weekend stream's been crazy. I love it. How long we been live? We already been live an hour, baby. I'm staying live for at least 2 hours. I'm staying live for at least 2 hours. Thank you, Ruben, for the 2-piece. Thank you, Ruben, for the 2-piece. Yo, we had a huge hype train. Yo, shout out to everybody. Shout out to Ruben. Bano, member for 13 months. With the beautiful picture. I love the new picture, Bano. Mike Hyde, 5150. Benjamin. Sorry, Bano, I didn't see your 13 months at first. Benjamin. Shifty Bites. X Technique. Shifty Bites again. Shifty Bites dropping 10 gifted. Total. Benjamin also coming in clutch. He's been holding it down for like almost 2 years. It's going on. 2 years is going to be crazy. As soon as I see someone with 24 months, wow. That's an honor. That's an honor that you would rock with me for 2 years. It's truly an honor. If I see anybody make it that far, man, it's an honor. I appreciate everybody. Yeah, man, Trey needs that money, bro. He's coming back. He needs that bread. He needs that money bad. But that's fine. I don't know why anyone would follow him for stock advice, though. What if I do a collab with Trey Trades? Would you guys hate me then? Bro's literally saying that he would be crying.
Yo, 14, you got another one.
Yo, chat is going fucking insane. Dude, I love the energy in the chat right now. This stream was the best idea I have ever had. I love it when a stream pops off. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for being here right now. How many people are here? 74 people in the building. 74 people in the building. Thank you so much for participating. Make sure you grab yourself a nice tea. If we can get 100 likes, I'll do a gift to giveaway. Yeah, man. If we can do 100 likes, I'll do a gift to giveaway. Nah, thank you, Light. Thank you, Light. I appreciate you for being here, chilling out, hanging out with us. Let me use the bathroom real quick, and then we're gonna go over all of the predictions and everything. Glad to see you here, Doc Airline. Glad to see you here, brother. DZ on steroids? Nah, I'm natty. I do 100 push-ups a day. Matter of fact, I'm about to do some right now. I don't even know if y'all can see. I just did 40 right now, no problem. Look, I'm not even winded. Just did 40 push-ups. Are we back, fam? Make sure you check out the merch store. Just go check out the merch store. You don't have to buy anything. There is spring 15 though, and you can get 15% off with this code. Spring 15. Right here with this code. You can save, but just check out the merch store. You don't have to buy anything. Got some of the merch on right now. You already know what it is. We out here. Yeah, your boy getting husky. Just wait till a year of this shit. Wait till a year of me working out nonstop every day. 100 push-ups a day. Even on the weekend, I do the 100 push-ups. I'm telling you guys, that's all you need to do. And I'm start adding the pull-ups to this. Wait till I add the pull-ups, because I'm working on all of the tricep stuff and the shoulder, but the pull-ups is gonna help the shoulder and the bicep. It's gonna take me to the next level. It's gonna take me to the next level once I get the bicep work in there. You know what I mean? All right, but enough of that. Let's get to the weekly outlook and prediction, guys. I had a little too much tea today. You guys are seeing the real me now, huh? Oh, hold up. I didn't think we would get anywhere close to 100 likes. We're already at 71 likes. This is dangerously close. I was not expecting to have to pay the $3.99 here. Yeah, everybody. I want everybody to try to improve on their health, wealth, and knowledge, baby. That's what I want all DZ family to strive for. I want us all to just try to build ourselves up physically, mentally, and financially. So I want us all to make more money. I want us all to get more healthy, and I want us all to get more wealthy, healthy, and like spiritual. Like, just get your mind right. Everything right, man. Everything right. And I know it might sound corny to some people, but if you just do a little bit every single day, you'll make it. And I'm going to lead by example by exercising and showing you guys that on social media. If you look at my YouTube, or if you look at my Instagram, if you follow me on Instagram, which a lot of you guys are starting to follow me on Instagram and Twitter now at /X, which I really appreciate. Please follow me on Twitter /X. We just got 2,110 followers, so we're actually at a new high. Thank you so much. Please follow me on Twitter /X if you don't mind. But a lot of you guys are following me on Twitter /X, and you guys are following me on Instagram, which you can see my stories, which I show that I'm doing walking, I'm doing workouts. You guys see me doing push-ups on the live stream. So I'm really living what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Here is. No, I can't remember what I'm looking for. Oh yeah, everything's linked in the description. So if you just go to the description of this, you can see my Instagram, my Twitter, all of that. Here's the official Facebook page. We have a Facebook page for the DataZero fam as well. If you guys want to like/follow that, I'd appreciate that. And then we also have my official Instagram. If you could follow me on that, I would appreciate that. So just give me a follow on all my socials if you don't mind. We have a Facebook, all of them. We have everything. We even have a Twitch, so we got everything. Rumble, there's a Rumble down there. I have a second YouTube. So just please follow me on all of those things if you don't mind. And it's right in the description of this live stream. Okay, now let's get to the weekly outlook and prediction. And we're going to then make a video. So let's see what we got here. I'm expecting GameStop to pull back slightly in the morning, then pop back to the upside, where it will then drop down and then come up. We're going to have a lot of volatility. Things about to get crazy. But if GME can get back above 25.67, we are going to $30. Very exciting. GME earnings this week. That's something we need to talk about in the video. How long have we been live? I want to be live for at least 2 hours. Okay, we're going to make it easily. We're at 1 hour. We're at 1 hour and 18 minutes. And if we manage to get 100 likes, I'll be doing a gifted giveaway. We're already 18. We're already 18. Oh, wait, no, don't do that. It's an accident. It's an accident. It's an accident. Okay, so AMC. What if AMC pushes up, though? That would be sick! I think we're gonna bounce down, maybe retest this, and then bounce off of that, and then go back up for the 305. I think we're gonna see a little bit of pullback before the pump. SPY got a fucking nasty little pump here, huh? Nasty little pumper from Spizers. Is Whimsy still in the building? Can anybody tell me if Futures is up or down? Can anybody tell me if Futures is up or down? Whimsy normally knows, so if Whimsy's in the building, she might know. I can't believe all of you guys gave memberships. We have 18 new members, and we have super chats. Yo, thank you so much, y'all. For real, you guys are a blessing and a half, man. A blessing and a half. I love the DZ fam. DZ fam. Hopefully, I provide lots of opportunities and entertainment for you. Hopefully, I educate you, I entertain you, and I hope you just make money and succeed and become better. If I bettered your life in any way, then I'm doing my job. If I provide entertainment, educational, and informational value, then I did my job. I'm hoping soon. Yo, your boy is kind of looking husky. What is happening? I mean, look at me right here. Your boy's kind of looking husky, yo. I have to admit it. I can't even. It's kind of looking husky. That motivates me though to do the more push-ups. I got to do more push-ups right now. I'm sorry, and then I'll finish the weekly outlook. I just did another 40 clip. Wait till I add the pull-ups, though. The pull-ups are going to make it so much better. GME earnings this week, yes. Does anyone know if futures is up or no? Bitcoin's getting a nice little push up.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Yeah, so I think SPY might actually have a little bit of a green week this week. It's not going to be a huge green week, but it's going to be a slight green week. Yeah, it's not going to be a huge... It's not going to be a huge green week, but it's going to be a slight green week for sure. So I think SPY is going to have a... I'm going to call for a slight green on SPY. And then... What about AMC and GME? Earnings is this week for GME, so it's going to be a hard decision. But I definitely think I just have a feeling GME is going to pump this week, and I'm going to have to go. I know you guys, I tell you guys never to go with your feelings, but I'm just going to have to go with what I think is going to happen here. I think GME is actually going to push up for earnings.
Hey, TJ.
Even though they want to attack it, I think GME is going to push up for earnings. They're going to want to attack it, though, and that's going to be the problem. The attacks are always the problem. So, but I'm going to call for a green week on AME, GameStop, and SPY. It's going to be a small green week for SPY. As SPY comes up, try to push up for these gap fills. It's going to try to come back up for these gap fills. And it's going to try to fill these gaps. And NASDAQ's going to try to fill these gaps. And then we're going to continue down. What are the data drops for this week? We're going to the 28th. So durable goods, month over month. GDP, which is going to be huge. Oh, wow. GDP saying it's going to come down. That's going to be very bearish. That's going to be very bearish. The economy's been slowing down a lot. That's going to be very, very bearish. Fuck. This is almost like a bear flag, too. I think it's going to be a bear flag overall. It's going to work its way up a little bit higher. It's going to, like, bear flag its way all the way up to the gap. And then break down. I think that's what we're going to see. Potentially something like that. Like, yeah, it's gonna like rising wedge its way up or bear flag its way up to the and then drop down. That's what I'm thinking we're gonna see. So I got this on lock. You dig? Yep. So we're probably gonna push up. So I'm gonna call for a slightly green week on SPY, AMC, and GME. Calling for green weeks. Okay, now GME earnings this week. Let's go ahead and make this video. It's gonna be hard. I'm gonna mess the video up, so we have about a half hour left before I'm live for 2 hours, and we're getting dangerously close to 100 likes. If we get 100 likes, I will be doing a gifted giveaway. So we're at 78 likes right now. If we can get more likes, I will be doing a gifted giveaway. Okay, let's try to do this video. Bitcoin is pushing up very nicely right now. Love to see it. Love to see it. Bitcoin is pushing right now. Bonk's up 12%. Mixed bag on the altcoin still, but Bitcoin itself is pumping. I'm really hoping GameStop pushes up here for earnings. It's just they're gonna want to attack us, but I don't see them piling up short shares like normal. Cost to borrow isn't that high though, so they could get short shares. This video, I'm gonna suck at this video. All right, let's try to do this. Okay, so you guys already know the deal. Anybody watching right now truly would appreciate it if you would at least drop a like and a comment on the video when it drops. That way it helps get the video out in the YouTube algorithm, because YouTube literally specifically looks at, are my subscribers looking at the video? And then if my subscribers look at the video, then it pushes it out. So if you guys click my video and watch it and comment it and like it, it helps spread it out to more people. It goes out to my followers first, and then it goes out to more people. So please, if you're watching right now when the video comes out, please drop a like on it. We're at 80 likes. If we get 20 more likes, I'll be doing a gifted giveaway. I'm going to go over the video. I'm probably going to mess it up, so you're probably going to see 1 or 2 takes on it. I do apologize. Obviously, this is live. Normally, I mess up on videos like 4 times. Somehow, when I'm live, I can do them decently. But here's where we're going. And I'm glad I watched the Trey Trades video, because we were up to 80 people. We were up to 80 people while watching the Trey Trades video. The ES Mini. Excitement building for GME this week. I really think GME has something going on, and I think they know, and that's why we had this rally. I think GME is going to pop off. I said that I'm going to stream for 2 hours today, regardless. We're at 1 hour and 30 minutes. So by the time I finish the video, it should be about 2 hours. All right, let's try to do this. Let's try. Is there any news I need to put in there? The bubble's popping. The bubble's popping. The bubble's popping. Stumbling stock market rises. Spectre of .com. I'm telling you, the bubble's popping. Futures rise. Yeah, see, we're going to get one more little pump. So for SPY, we're going to get one more little pump to pull back. I'll try to put that in there. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. We got this. Wish me luck, everybody. Let's try to do it one take and one take only. All right, family, what is up? You are back for another video with Datazero. In this video, we're looking at AMC, GME, SPY, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, XRP, so much more. This is your daily, weekly. Damn it, I fucked it up already. See? I'm going to be messing up a lot. Damn, I'm done, y'all. I'm cooked. I'm cooked. Let's hold on. Hold on. All right, fam, what is up? You are back for another video with Datazero. This is your weekly outlook and prediction for stocks and crypto. We're going to be looking at AMC, GME, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, XRP, and so much more. This video is not financial advice. Should not be taken as such. Please do your own research and due diligence before buying any stock or crypto asset. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and hop into charts, facts, and data and show y'all what's going on for this week. Now, we have a very exciting week coming up for the meme stocks. If you don't know, you should know already because I posted this way early. GME earnings, March 25th. Ladies and gentlemen, GME earnings, March 25th. This is going to be absolutely huge. GME has a very spicy setup, to say the least, heading in earnings. We're going to break that down in this video and go over that as well. AMC, I believe AMC will follow if GME does push up, and we're going to talk about this as well in this video. But yes, GME earnings March 25th. That's the first thing we need to talk about. Now, diving into GME, what I think we could see here on Monday is potentially a little bit of pullback here pre-market because we did break below this 25.15 support and resistance. 25.15 and 25.67 are major support and resistance levels for GME, and that's what we want to see broken above. If GME can break and hold 25.67 and continue to stay above that level, we are going back for a retest of $30. I've been telling you guys this over and over again, that this 34.32 high, this recent high, is not the end for GME. A lot of people said they wish they sold here. I'm telling you, with GME set up right now, GME is going back for a $30 retest. It's just a matter of time. Now, it depends if we break above this 25.67, if we're going to do it this week. But if earnings go our way, we will be breaking above that. And I believe potentially somebody knows something that we don't, that earnings might be good for GME. Maybe they even announced that they bought Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, because we've seen this massive pump here in after hours. When you see that, that's normally always institutions, especially moving it in after hours. That's normally always institutions. So it seems like institutions were accumulating GME. We can also look at GME's options chain and see that it's heavily weighed to the call side for both the expiration of this week coming up, which is March 28th. You can see so many calls outweighing puts, and people are even buying some call options here at the $45 mark, but also April 4th as well, which is the next expiration out. Calls heavily outweighing puts as well, and people buying out the money calls, $36 calls here and $32 calls on the other expiration date. And that's not even saying what could happen into this week. We're going to be watching the options chain very, very closely this week because that could give us some insight on what's going to be happening. But GME potentially has a very, like I said, spicy setup to continue to the upside. Again, we're also breaking out of a falling wedge, okay? I want you guys to understand all of this. This is very, very, very important what's going on here. So we have this macro falling wedge setup here for GME, okay? We have this overall uptrend happening right now for GME. We just came back down to this liquidity zone and got a pop to the upside. So we had this big run up, break out of the falling wedge. We accumulate, then we run up to that 34. That's where everybody thinks we're going to go to the moon. Shorts reject this down. That's okay. We continue up. We make this falling wedge, and now we are breaking out, getting ready to come back for a retest of that $30 to $35 level. And if GME can break and hold $30 to $35, it will absolutely blast off. So again, this is what we're looking at for GME. The two key levels that we really need to break above right now and be concerned with is 25.15 and 25.67. If we can break and hold those, then we can head towards $30 and $35, where we could see a major push to the upside. And all of this could happen this week if earnings go our way. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you have to be ready because meme stocks always get attacked, especially during earnings. So we want to be very, very careful to see if they're building up short shares, which I'm hopeful because they are not building up short shares as of right now. It's remaining relatively the same. So we might be able to see a bullish push if the short shares remain around this 2.5 million heading into earnings. Now, if we start seeing them with 5-6 million short shares, they're going to try to dump those during earnings and they're going to try to push it down. But it looks like we might be able to get a push up, especially if GME were to announce something like they bought the cryptocurrency. We've seen what happened just based off the speculation alone. GME had that huge run up to the upside in the after hours just off the speculation alone, helping us almost to break out of the falling wedge. So if they were to say that they actually invested, we would again blast off. GME is sitting on a ton of cash. It's looking good for us. GME is looking primed. And then I also want to show you guys, technically wise, compared to Bitcoin, how similar GME is doing with its falling wedge right now. Where you have that push up, even though GME had a short squeeze and came back down, but you have this push up, you accumulate, and then you get another push up. That's what happens when you break out of these macro falling wedges. Look at GME right now. GME broke out of this macro falling wedge. It pushed up. Now it's consolidating, and it's potentially getting ready to push up again for that $30 to $35 mark, where if it breaks above and holds, shorts are going to be heavily underwater and things are going to get disgusting, where you could see potentially the rest of the shorts covering. Last time we broke above that $30 to $35 mark, Citron Research got out of the game and stated publicly that they would not be shorting AMC or GME anymore. That happened right here when we had this short squeeze and some shorts had to cover. If we get above that $30 to $35 mark, some shorts and some firms will have to cover, potentially squeezing the rest of the short interest out of GME stock. We have 6.98% short interest right now at time of recording, and there are 2.4 million short shares at time of recording, which could change as early as Monday morning. So again, GME with a particularly spicy setup here heading into this week. Remember, earnings March 25th, and remember what I'm expecting for Monday on the short term. I'm expecting maybe a little bit of pullback here pre-market, but if we're able to open up above 25.15 or 25.67, like we get a pre-market pump and open up above that, we will have a gap. But that, if we can hold those levels, that could give us some momentum to really run to the upside. I'm hoping not to leave any more gaps. We do have some gap fills to the downside that we do have to be aware of. But right now, breaking out of this falling wedge, GME is looking bullish. And heading into earnings with all of this, it's just looking primed. So Really excited for what I'm going to see here for GME this week. I'm predicting a green week for GME. Now let's go ahead and move into AMC and show you what's going on for AMC, and then we'll move into the rest of the stocks and crypto for this video. So AMC, I'm expecting it to follow GME. Remember, when I call for pumpage comes, okay? I literally made a video that said that AMC and GME had a surprise up their sleeve. If you missed that video, absolutely want to check it out. I break everything down, 1.5K views. But you can see how I even pointed to GameStop and then pointed to AMC, leaving messages for you guys. GameStop's pump will lead to AMC's pump. If GameStop begins to pump, AMC will pump. So what we want to see for AMC as well, also key indicators that we're going to make a nasty move to the upside, is if we can break above 315. If we can break and hold 315, that means we're breaking out of this overall sloping support and resistance, which ironically enough, we are potentially above those key levels right now. Sloping support and resistance is down here at about 301. We are moving up, but to confirm that we are officially going to break out, we need to go to 315. There's a very good chance that AMC might come down and have to use the sloping support and resistance as support. But the fact that AMC is also breaking out of this macro falling wedge is a key indicator that it will indeed be following GME and will indeed be pushing up. You also have this kind of double bottom formation starting to form as well. If we push up, that will absolutely have AMC launch. And if AMC launches to the upside heading back towards that $6 range, well then guess what? AMC is going to fulfill a massive macro double bottom that I've been talking about potentially coming, and that would see AMC absolutely fly. Again, we need to break above $6 to really see that happen, but this is a potentiality because of this falling wedge and GME starting to move up. You can see AMC, as of right now, breaking out of the falling wedge. This is very, very, very bullish. We also have these buy orders down here giving us support. This is, again, like I said, very, very, very bullish. I think we're going to see a green week for AMC, and I think it's very, very obvious as what we could expect to see here for Monday. I'm expecting to see maybe a little bit of pullback here in the morning, coming back down to about 302. We want to break back above 305, 309, and 315. Those are the major support and resistance levels that we want to break and hold to confirm that, yes, indeed, we are breaking out of this falling wedge and we are going to see a push up. If you see GME start to pump, AMC will indeed follow, in my personal opinion. And both AMC and GME are, ironically enough, breaking out of a falling wedge after they had these little short squeezes here. They're not little short squeezes by any means. This one was 400% and GME was 600%, but we had these short squeezes, we accumulated, and we went into falling wedges. Both AMC and GME are now breaking out of falling wedges, which are bullish continuation patterns to the upside, and normally they take you to the price target of the all-time high, which would take us back to $5.50 to $6, which if AMC were able to do that and break and hold $5.50 or $6, similar to GME breaking and hold $30 to $35, you would see AMC blast off, creating that overall double bottom structure, and believe it or not, seeing AMC come up to fill some of these gaps on the weekly time frame and daily time frame. So again, I know people don't believe that AMC and GME can go up, but if the market starts pulling back, which I'm going to show you guys here in the SPY section, that the macro is set up for SPY to pull back, AMC and GME are going to continue to move up. And I told you guys this would be coming. I said the meme stocks will start to wake up when the market starts to pull back. Market is starting to pull back. When the market capitulates, meme stocks will fly. Everything, if you've been following my channel, is coming to fruition how I said it would. It literally is. I told you guys that SPY would slowly flatten out and top out and correct down. It has done that. It is now correcting down. I told you guys during this time that the meme stocks would start to wake up. Meme stocks are starting to wake up. Short squeezes. We're seeing pushes to the upside. We're seeing GME go bullish. Once we get SPY capitulation and move further into this recessionary, depressionary time that I said would come, you're going to see the meme stocks explode. It is only a matter of time. Unfortunately, they keep kicking the can down the road by expanding the float. It is what it is. I'm not going to go into it that deeply in this video because that's a whole nother can of worms. But they are buying themselves time. So this is literally a play of patience. And I know you guys have been waiting a long time. But if you want the golden ticket, you're going to have to wait longer. So this is what I'm looking at for AMC and GME. I'm predicting a green week for AMC as well. I'm predicting a green week for GME. Let's see what happens at the end of the week and where we go. But I'm predicting a green week for both of the meme stocks. AMC sitting at 8.82% short interest and 4.6 million short shares at time of recording. They've been using these short shares trying to push it down, but AMC has been trying to hold the line. Now let's go ahead and move into SPY in the overall market, and then we'll move into Bitcoin and then wrap up this video. I appreciate it if you guys made it this far into the video. Make sure you guys watch into the end, and if you watched the end, I appreciate it, hit that like button and subscribe. Now, SPY, I'm actually expecting some recovery here, and I'm going to explain why I think SPY is going to see some recovery. But overall, I think the recovery will lead to more downside. I'm going to explain why based off charts, facts, and technicals. SPY or NASDAQ potentially going to make a bear flag. Okay, so I have this prediction for SQQQ, where SQQQ kind of pulls back to fill these gaps and then pushes up. And that would go with NASDAQ making a bear flag to fill these gaps to the upside and then pull back. So what I'm expecting to potentially see for NASDAQ is something like this, where NASDAQ works its way back up to this support and resistance level here and then gets rejected from that and then pushes down, in the process filling the gaps. So this will help bring SPY up. SPY has 2 gap fills to the upside, which I think need to get filled before we continue down. This is just my personal opinion. I could be wrong, but it looks like SPY is trying to break out of this channel and push up to fill these gaps, which is at like 572 all the way to like 578 to a high of about 580.24. So I think SPY is going to try to push up and get a green week this week, and try to continue to the upside. You can see RSI trending up right now. You can see that the alligator is also trying to get bullish, flip bullish momentum as well. But SPY is just so weak that once it does fill these gaps, I feel like it's just going to capitulate down. So I think SPY, like I said, NASDAQ will push up and pull back. SPY is going to do the same thing. SPY is led by NASDAQ. NASDAQ has been leading the bubble. NVIDIA, the AI bubble. The AI bubble is popping, and it's been led by tech stocks. Now, I want to point out this article from Bloomberg. Stumbling stock market rises specter of dot-com era reckoning. Again, I'm telling you guys, a 2008 dot-com style crash is coming, where you're going to see like stocks like NVIDIA lose, 70, 80, 90% value from the top. We have a lot of things going on and a lot of uncertainty with the Trump tariffs, and things are not in the place they need to be for SPY to continue up. GDP is also expected to come out bearish, forecasting consensus. This is going to be absolutely huge on Thursday. So I'm thinking we could see bullishness the beginning half of the week and bearishness to be the later half of the week. So probably bullish like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then probably Thursday, Friday start leading into some bearishness. Just watch for these data drops, durable goods. That's going to be on Wednesday. GDP, this is going to be one of the bigger ones for this week, and it's expected to come down. That's negative. That means the economy is contracting. That's going to be on Thursday, 8:30 a.m. And then we have core PCE, personal incomes and personal spending month over month, which kind of shows the health of the consumer. It looks like that might come up, so that could be a little bit of bullish, but I'm thinking we're going to see bearishness in the later half of the week, in my personal opinion. I think SPY is going to try to push up and pull back, but that's going to lead to an overall green week. Similar to this green week that we had recently, it's going to be a small green week. It's not going to be a big green week. It's going to be a small green week. The macro has shifted bearish. You can see actually we're not even inside the Bollinger Bands right now. We're actually retesting those as resistance. So SPY is very, 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 very weak. It's on the edge of capitulation. We're just simply getting some recovery bounce to lead to more downside. So I think we're going to get like one more small green week, and then it's going to lead to further bleeding where we've seen here with multiple red weeks. So again, I think we're going to see a little bit of recovery leading into a green week, and then possibly after that leading into bearishness. Again, you can see us retesting the Bollinger Bands as resistance. You can see the alligator on the weekly time frame is flipped bearish. Very bearish MACD. And again, the RSI trending down, price trending up. I told you guys time and time again that SPY would flatten out and correct down, and that is what we are seeing. It is playing out like a book. When in doubt, zoom out. The macro always plays out. So this is what I'm looking at for SPY in the overall market. Let's go ahead and go to BTC and then wrap up this video. So I'm going to keep BTC sweet and to the point because we're already 17 minutes deep, but try to keep these under 20 minutes now. BTC is pushing up right now. Actually beautiful. BTC is... I wish I could have longer on BTC because BTC, guys, ladies and gentlemen, is going to decouple from the market. BTC is pushing up right now. It's going to decouple from the market, and it's going to be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Generational wealth. Crypto as well. XRP, recently, the case has been dropped against Ripple XRP. We have a bullish SEC for crypto. President, everything's in line now. They're making crypto legislation. If you don't see what's happening, I don't know what to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. It's over, okay? The XRP lawsuit is over. Now, some people are confused on XRP. Like, why isn't the price exploding? It's being manipulated right now. I told you guys that they have a lot of sell orders and stuff like that. And plus, buy the rumor, sell the news. Just wait. XRP will boom, especially when the ETF comes. Because now that the lawsuit's done, the next step's going to be the ETF. It's coming, okay? And when the ETF comes, it's going to blow. The reason why it's staying down like this is because whales want to accumulate it under $2.48, $2.50. And I told you guys that price is an absolute steal for XRP because it's literally about to go to $5, $10, $15. Okay? Once the ETF comes, it's over. Okay? XRP is going to blow up. Bitcoin is going to blow up. Right now, Bitcoin actually leading the market right now. Altcoins a mixed bag, but Bitcoin pushing to the upside. Green right now, almost 2%, 1.80%, getting a nice move to the upside. So again, Bitcoin, if it's able to break back above 91.6K, that means that this possible flush out could be over. 91.6K is the level we need to watch. Once we're back above that, I can flip bullish on BTC. Right now, I'm still bearish on BTC that we could see a little bit more downside. And if we do, that's definitely a buying opportunity. All of this is buying opportunity. Anything under 91K, buying opportunity. In fact, all of it's a buying opportunity for BTC right now. We're literally still in the buying zones for the Bitcoin rainbow charts. But if you're under 91K, you're in a really good spot to pick this up. Not financial advice. And Bitcoin will have much more gains, in my personal opinion. I know people say Bitcoin's boring. It won't have that many gains. I personally hold 50% Bitcoin, 50% altcoins, XRP, Ethereum, ADA, XLM are some of my top holdings because of the fundamentals behind them. But ladies and gentlemen, crypto is not going anywhere. We're getting brand new crypto legislation that's extremely bullish. And if you think that crypto is going anywhere, you're insane. It's just going to get better and better and better. And I'm trying to tell everybody, again, not financial advice, crypto is by 2030, it's you're gonna be wealthy if you're getting into it now. This is the time, man. This is the time, and it's a once in a lifetime generational opportunity. You know, real estate's already taken off, stocks have already taken off. This is something early that's gonna really change everything and revolutionize finance. So again, you can see SEC dropping it. Pakistan plans to legalize crypto. Russia slowly legalizing crypto. The USA wants to become a crypto superpower. So once the USA does it, other superpowers are going to follow. Mass adoption is coming. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can't see it, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. I'm trying to find the one where we're getting the Bitcoin right here, the Bitcoin reserve. That's been signed in the law. Also, Texas is trying to get a reserve. So, again, if you can't see what's going on, that this is a shakeout and that whales are accumulating here. And I put out multiple stories about whales accumulating Ethereum, XRP, all of that. Whales are buying right now all of the coins, and they're going to rocket up to brand new all-time highs. It's going to get crazy. It's going to get crazy. So, if you're not in it, you might want to look into it. And if you're in it, just hold on. Not financial advice. Do not sell your Bitcoin. So this was your weekly outlook and prediction for stocks and crypto. If you found this video informative, go ahead and drop a like, press subscribe for more content like this. And as always, I appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you guys do exercises if you can. Improve your mind, body, and soul, health, and wealth. check out the merch store if you don't mind, if you want to support the channel in a different way, or you could drop super chats, whatever the case may be. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out, fam. All right, that was a banger, I think. Did we get 100 likes? No, we did not get 100 likes. If we would have got 10 more likes, I would have did a gifted giveaway. But we got 500 fucking views, baby. 500 views, baby. Ten more likes and I'll do a gifted giveaway. Still time. How long have I been live? I've been live almost 2 hours and 1 minute. $97 likes. Hell yeah. 3 more likes. Okay, we just reached 100 likes. We just reached 100 likes. I'm going to be doing a gifted giveaway. So if you do not have a membership, if you do not have a badge next to your name, I need you to leave a comment right now. Leave a comment right now for your chance to win.
Yo, 14, you got another one.
If you don't have a membership, leave a comment right now for your chance to win. Bitcoin pushing up, baby. I'm doing a gifted membership right now. One lucky winner. Leave a comment, leave a comment, leave a comment, leave a comment. One lucky person. Launching gifted membership giveaway in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gifted membership launch. Gifted membership launch. Gifted membership launch. Somebody said Doge is up. Oh yeah, Doge is up. Doge is up 2.25%. Gwen R, if you're listening right now, you just got gifted a free membership. And if you didn't win, don't worry. There's going to be more chances to win. Hopefully we get you DH. Hopefully we get you DH. You deserve a free membership, brother. We had to get some of those bots out of there, so I had lost some subscribers. So make sure you guys share the channel. I had to lose a bunch of subscribers because we had to get the bots out of there. So we're back down to 15,720. So make sure you guys share the video and tell people to subscribe. I appreciate each and every one of you, man. This was a crazy live stream for the weekend. Shout out Ruben, Bano, Mike, 5150, Benjamin, Shifty Bites, X Technique, and Benjamin, Shifty as well. Double thanks to them. Thank you so much for real, everybody. Views are down, so I appreciate it. We down crazy. I don't know what happened. But things are looking good, man. I really appreciate that. We had a peak of 80 people in here for the weekend, which is nice. 50 people watching right now. 100 likes, which is crazy, and 19 brand new members and multiple super chats. So this is crazy for a weekend stream. This is actually crazy for a weekend stream. 500 views so far. 19 new members. 50 people in the building. We had up to 80. 105 likes plus super chats. That's wild for a weekend stream, y'all. Thank you so much, and I appreciate everybody who participated. So I'm about to do the intro videos and do the editing for this video. Yeah, everybody, man, cheers, cheers. Everybody cheers. Everybody cheers. I appreciate it. My tea is all gone. My tea is finished.
Yo, 14, you got another one.
Thank you all so much for everything, man. I appreciate everybody. Have a great weekend. Hopefully to see you tomorrow. And make sure you check out the video when it drops. Make sure you check out the video when it drops, y'all. Please check out the video when it drops. Let me know if the video was informative.
Yo, 14.
Tell how you do that.
I plan to stream a little bit earlier tomorrow morning. So if you guys can tune in early. I plan to try to stream early. What you might want to do is put the bell notification on. That way you know anytime I go live.
Should not be taking a second. Now with that being said, let's go ahead and hop in the charts. Yo, check it. Let's go. All right, fam, what is up? Weekly outlook and prediction. Let's go. All right, fam, what is up, you?
Thank everybody. I appreciate y'all. Like I said, I'm gonna try to stream early for I'm gonna try to stream early for earnings. I'm gonna stream earnings and I'm gonna try to start streaming earlier. So put the bell notification on and expect me early. I appreciate each and every one of y'all.
You're crazy.
I'm gonna try to get on super early tomorrow. I don't know how early, but I'm gonna try to get on super early. 324 to 328. All right, y'all. See y'all later. I appreciate it. Bitcoin just hit 86K. Bitcoin just hit 86K. And then once the video drops, I'll turn the stream off. What up, Hobbs? How you doing? SPY just gapped up, you said? Probably gonna have that green week I was talking about. It's gonna push up, then pull back. Yo, GameStop, it said it just gapped up as well. Yeah, GameStop's up. You see it? This is overnight trading. GameStop's up. GameStop's at 25.30. Overnight trading. And SPY just gapped up as well, like you said. Yes, it did. So we'll have to move this up a little bit. Yeah, SPY's up and GameStop's up. We're gonna have a green week. GameStop and SPY just gapped up. Bitcoin pushing up nicely here. Bitcoin up 2.25%. Once the video comes out, that's when I'll put the. Once the video comes out, that's when I'll put the. Turn off the live stream. Bitcoin is just hit 2.5% almost.
Yo, 14, you got another one.
Why would you want to sell your Bitcoin? All right, GameStop pushing up here in after hours. GameStop pushing up here in 24-hour trading. GameStop pushing up here in 24-hour trading. $600 views. 600 views. Thank you so much. 600 views, bro. That's halfway to 1,000, bro. We're past halfway to 1,000, but still, you know what I mean. Wow. On a weekend stream with 19 new members. Thank you. Yo, I can't thank y'all enough. 100 likes, 19 new members, and 600 views on a weekend stream is insane. XRP is going to be a nice little move. Especially, I talked about XRP in this video that I just dropped. When I'm dropping a video in a couple minutes, when it drops, make sure you guys check it out. I talked about XRP and long-term price targets. It's still under the 248 support and resistance, so after it breaks 248, then that's something to be excited about. If it breaks 248. GameStop's pushing up here in after hours, though. It's up 2.42%. Bitcoin's pushing up 2.5% right now. Bitcoin's pushing up 2.5% green. 2.5% green Bitcoin. Crypto is moving. Crypto is moving. Crypto is moving. Dogecoin also making moves. XRP up 2.5% as well. Love to see it. Love to see it. Yo, Bitcoin is really pushing right now. When it breaks 248, yeah. So anything under 248 is accumulation zone. That's where you want to accumulate. Shout out to the new subscriber. We just got a new subscriber. Anything under 248 is a steal. It's literally, XRP is going to go to like, I talked about long-term price target. It's literally going to go crazy, bro. I'm telling you. It's literally going to go crazy. In the video that I'm about to drop in a few minutes, as soon as it's done uploading, I talk about long-term price targets. And those price targets are realistic. I never give unrealistic price targets. Yo, Bitcoin officially up 2.5%. 86.3K. Almost 86.4. Markets are about to go back bullish temporarily before the pullback. Stocks, crypto, everything's going to push up. Crypto's going to decouple, though, from stocks. Ethereum just hit back over 2,000. Shout out to the new subscriber. I really appreciate it. I had to get rid of a bunch of bot subscribers, so shout out to new subscribers. ETH will bottom if Bitcoin Bitcoin breaks 91K, then maybe ETH is bottom. ETH has to hold 2K to be a bottom for sure. Thank you, fucking Danny Lamb. Thank you, Danny Lamb, bro. This weekend stream has been insane. Yo, shout out Danny Lamb, bro. Shout out Danny Lamb. He just dropped a 2-piece. This weekend stream has been insane. 600 views, 110 likes, 19 new members plus super chats. So if ETH can hold 2K, yes, but it's more important that Bitcoin get above 91.6 and hold that, and then you could say, yeah, ETH probably bottom if Bitcoin can hold 91.6. Yo, Danny Lamb, thank you for the 2-piece, bro. Unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable that you would 2-piece, bro. Thank you so much. Bitcoin up 2.60%. Bitcoin is running. Bitcoin is running. Bitcoin is running right now. Bitcoin is running right now, ladies and gentlemen. Bitcoin is running. XRP officially up 3% now. XRP is pushing as well. Everything's pumping. SPY pumped. Bitcoin's pumping. SPY pumped in 24-hour trading. GameStop pumped in 24-hour trading. GameStop's up 2.30. Bitcoin's pushing up. Everything's pumping. Little Datazero pump. Yo, thank you, Danny Lamb. Let's get some hype in the chat for Sir Lamb. Shifty Bites is still here. I appreciate that. Thank you, Shifty Bites, for staying here, man. If you guys can, check out the video when it drops. Check out the video when it drops. It's almost done. Rockets in the chat. Bitcoin pumping 2.70%. 2.70% Bitcoin pumping. $86.5K. Bitcoin pumping, baby. Bitcoin pumping, baby. Yo, Bitcoin is pumping. 2.87%. Bitcoin finna decouple, y'all. You guys are wild. 36 still in the building. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Okay, y'all. So, the video is coming out now. So, I appreciate everybody who's still here. Video is coming out now, though, so I am going to be ending the stream. If you can, please drop a like and check out the video if you missed it. And I appreciate each and every one of you, whether you're watching this on the replay or the run back. Shout out to the new subscribers. We just got 15,722. I appreciate you because we had to cut a bunch of subscribers. I actually had 15,777, but I got bot attacked, so I had to get rid of a bunch of subscribers. So I really appreciate you guys coming back and subscribing. We're at 15,722, so I really appreciate that. Make sure you're subscribed still as well. If you have subscribed in the past, just make sure you're subscribed still. I appreciate each and every one of you for still being here. And as always, y'all, have fun. Stay safe. Make money. Peace out. And also, just remember, I will be I'll be trying to go live all this week earlier. So put the bell notification on and watch for me earlier to make sure you know when I go live. I'm going to be trying to go live much earlier because views are down. So I got to put in the work, baby. I got to put in the work. I got to start getting in here early, baby. You already know what it is. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Make sure you have a great rest of your weekend. And put that bell notification on if you don't mind. And I appreciate y'all. Man, 19 new members today on this stream. Plus super chats. Let's go through and shout out everybody before we end this stream. Let's go ahead and shout everybody out who showed love. Thank you so much. So we got Danny Lamb, of course, always showing love. I did a gifted giveaway as well. Ruben Bano holding it down 13 months. Mike Hyde 5150. Benjamin Israel. Shifty Bites World. Check out his channel if you haven't, guys. Check out his channel. Shifty Bites does have his own channel. Check out his channel if you haven't. X Technique. He talks about stocks and crypto. Shifty Bites. X Technique. Thank you so much, man, for that 5 gifted, man. Really helped out a lot. Thank you so much. Shifty Bites with another 5 and Benjamin with another gifted as well. So thank you all so much, man, for everything. Thank you for helping us reach 100 likes. And as always, y'all, have fun. Stay safe. Make money. Peace out. The video will be dropping shortly, so just make sure you check that out. Drop a like on it. Check it out. View it. The longer you watch it, the better. So even if you let it play, that helps a lot.
execute crazy.
And then as soon as this video is uploaded, I will be ending the stream. GameStop up 2.30% in after hours or overnight trading. SPY is up as well. And Bitcoin is pumping to the upside, up 2.25%, 86.1 after hitting a high of 86.6. And as soon as this video is live, I will be ending this current stream. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Hopefully to see you guys bright and early. I'm going to try to get on as early as possible. I've been trying to get some of the work done on the class, but I got to get back to this. I got to get back to this YouTube grind.
Yo, 14, you got another one.
120 likes. We just got 120 likes. Thank you so much. 120 likes. Thank you so much. Live stream will be ending in a few minutes as soon as the video's uploaded. All right, ladies and gentlemen, video is uploaded. Video is uploaded. Make sure you check it out. Make sure you check it out. Video is uploaded. I will see you all tomorrow. We're going to be ending the stream in 5, 4, 3, 2. Peace out, everybody. Thank you so much. As always, have fun. Stay safe. Make money. Peace. We got 700 views, y'all. 700 views. Thank you so much for everything. This stream was crazy. 700 views on a weekend stream is wild. That's only 300 short of 1,000, bruh. 19 new members. Super chats. 122 likes. We did numbers.